Founders and starters, here are some of the mistakes you ignore before it's too late. Oftentimes, founders and starters are so busy setting up their company, hiring, selling product that they ignore the legal components early on, which leads to some issues. So let's get into them. So founder equity problems. The issue there is that founders will often informally work together and not clearly state who owns what percentage, what the profit division is, who's making decisions, what the voting rights are, etc. All that need to be strongly set forth in an operating agreement, which founders don't like to do because they feel uncomfortable doing it. But an ounce of prevention is definitely worth a pound of cure later, because when disputes go bad, it could blow up friendships as well as the company. It's really messy and much easier to prevent early on. The second big issue is intellectual property, especially with today. A lot of software technology is built into a lot of products, and you want to make sure that you own clean and clear title to all of your IP, including assignment agreements of your IP from anybody who may have worked on it, ensuring that any independent contractors have within their contract agreement that none of the work that they do for you is owned by them, that all of that is owned by you, and it was a work made for hire. You don't legally own your IP, you may not actually own your business. So this is a really large one that we want to keep high up on our list. Bad or vague contracts lead to ambiguity, and ambiguity leads to leverage. And leverage during lawsuits lead to loss of money, loss of time, loss of business. So again, very clear contracts, and contracts that are not from Google or ChatGPT that are not tailored to your deal, or maybe missing huge chunks of provisions. I've seen so many that clients have sent to me, either that they tried to do themselves or that somebody had sent to them, and they're actually oftentimes worse than just starting from scratch, because cleaning them up is worse than starting anew. The next issue is hiring and contractor misclassification. So if you have a contractor, that's classified differently than an employee, and you want to make sure that's very clear, because there can be tax issues, benefit claims, wage claims, and penalties there. When you are growing and you are looking to raise money, a lot of founders and starters think, okay, I just get money, great. Not quite so fast. Raising money is heavily regulated, and founders sometimes promise equity casually, or they just send off a safe agreement, a simple agreement for future equity, and they ignore securities compliance, all of which could lead to really difficult penalties and fines. So sloppy fundraising paperwork creates problems later. So to recap, the main issues are founder disputes, IP ownership, weak contracts, hiring mistakes, and fundraising compliance. Most legal issues are easier to prevent than fix. An early organization creates leverage later. I hope this video really helps understand some of the things that you should look out for. Thanks for watching.